Hi, friend. It's Laura Winters, your host of Miracle in Time podcast and owner of Your Light Holistic Therapy and Wellness LLC. You are a miracle, plain and simple. It's a miracle you are here. A miracle changed my life, and maybe this is the miracle that will change yours. Here we go. Hello, friend. Let's talk about spirit guides. So, I remember when I first started my spiritual journey that I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and I came across this podcast on spirit guides. And I wish I could find the exact podcast because it was so insightful and powerful. And so I'm listening to this lady talk about her spirit guides and how they're like her best friends. They literally know everything about you, like you've never told them things, but they know everything about you because they are there for you. They are your team. They're the ones to help you, and they can see everything from the other side. And, so, she's talking about this and I'm going, oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. And she's like, literally, all you have to do is just start talking to them. Just start talking to your spirit guides. Ask them for signs or ask them to talk to you. And so I was like, well, I'm driving around working and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just try this. So I am driving in the car and I'm like, okay, I can't remember if I talked out loud or just in my head. It's probably in my head. Okay, I know this is what I'm saying. Oh, this is really crazy, but if there is a spirit guide or someone that I could talk to, like I would love them to come forward. And I remember talking to my other really good friend about spirit guides, and she was like, when I first tapped into them, like it was like overwhelming. Everybody started talking. It was like, and I was like, just have one person as a spokesperson step up. So when I had reached out, I was like, is there one spirit guide that can step forward and speak? And I heard in my head, hello. And I was like, no, like, this is not real. This is totally not real. And I just started having a conversation. Like, I literally in my head was saying stuff and I was getting information back that wasn't me per se. Like, I wasn't talking to myself in my head. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like super wild. And, yeah, it was just like really mind boggling. And so we have like this conversation. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can reach out to you when I need something or like I don't know, when I need help or whatever. And so that kind of relationship like developed over time. Talking with him and, gathering information. And then it was like, okay, but you don't just have one spirit guide, you have multiple. So it was like getting in meditation and asking, is there somebody else to come forward? And what are you here for? What are you here to help me with? And there was like a handful, a little bit more that I was accessing. Um, and then I would call them in. Like there's one, I call her Natasha. And she would help me with my podcast. Like I would say, okay, Natasha, I really need your help on this. And like my voice might be a little weird or like my, I don't know exactly the words to say. And I really need your help. And it was like, once I'd press record, it was like everything came together. And, so I know a lot of times, like for myself, I was feeling very alone, very lonely. And there are still some times where I feel that. I feel alone and I feel very lonely. But I also know that there is this team just like literally just like right on the other side, right beyond the veil. That's literally like in different parts of my like head. Exactly. Like it's one speaks over here on the right, or one speaks here on the left, or one is in like the lower right, and everybody has like a different essence and things that they're contributing. And so, and you have access to them all of the time. You just have to believe that you do, and you have to ask for help, and you have to connect and try to, have a relationship, um, and that I think, again, I think the coolest part is they literally know every single thing about you. So you can, and there's no judgment, right? Like they love us for who they are, or for who we are. And they're a part of our team. Their job is to help us. And so I know, like, last week when I talked to my mentor, she was like, there are 3 new guides that are here to help you, but they want to meet you intimately. So I've been really, as I'm meditating, I'm really connecting to all of them, and I can see them now, and I can have a conversation with them, and I can reach out to them when I need help. And I can also know that there's other ones there as well as I need them. Um, but it really is like, it brings a lot of peace to know that you're not alone, because you are not alone. You have access to your spirit guides. You have access to angels. You have access to God. Like you have access to your higher self. And at all times, it's just you getting out of your way to be able to communicate or feel or whatever is coming through those psychic senses that you have. So that can be, clairvoyance, where you can see, so I can see them inside my mind's eye. Like it's almost like if I close my eyes, I can see them, kind of like a dream, but not even as like visual as that. It's just a representation. It's just there somewhere up there. And then clairaudience, like I can literally hear their voice and my voice as they're speaking, like I can have a conversation in my head with this spirit guide. And the information comes in differently than how I speak in my head. So like when I'm in a meditative state and I'm quiet, like their information comes in, it seems faster than what my logical brain will do. Like my logical brain has a certain cadence to it. And for when I'm talking and channeling my guides, like it has a different cadence to it. So that's how I know that I'm really accessing their information and not just stuff in my head. And then, there's clairsentience, like actually feeling it. This is, you could feel things from them. They can give you information and feelings, and I don't necessarily get that. Clairgustance is that taste. There's a smell. There's claircognizance, just like knowing, so they could like download information into your brain, or into your field that you just like know what it is. So yeah, so that's that. And so again, my process was literally just like listening to a podcast, having like this openness. Like I want to learn more. I want to know that there's someone there for me. I want to know that I can reach out for help, and that they can provide experiences or information or the right people, the things coming in at the right time, to help me along my path. And so it's just being open to that and being able to say, like, I'm going to get my ego out of the way and say, this is not possible, or this is not happening, and say, no, it actually can happen. And let me get in the right mindset. And that's either in meditation or just quiet time, reflecting, and then reach out, literally ask. I would love to talk to a spirit guide right now. I would love to feel a spirit guide. I would love to see a spirit guide. and see what happens. And it's possible it's not going to happen the first time, but it might. You might be like completely shocked that like, holy crap, the veil is thinning. The guides and angels and everything and your loved ones, they're all closer than they've ever been before. So you have that ability for that. So don't be afraid of it and allow your logical mind to get out of the way, because the stuff sometimes doesn't make sense, and that's okay too. So, my friend, I hope that this is helpful. And if you have any questions as you're possibly working through this, then don't be afraid to reach out. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you for listening to Miracle in Time podcast. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and share with a friend. If you would like to know more about me or my services, please visit yourlightllc.com.